Hey YouTube, we are taking off from Leste airfield near Bled in Slovenia on a beautiful day, and my task was 500 kilometers FAI triangle in the Alps. I'm flying our club's LS8 with 18 meters wingspan. It's a beautiful, very smooth sailplane. I began my flight in Karavanke mountain range at around 10:30 a.m. As you can see, there are already some clouds up there. We're usually starting our flights this way, so we start in Karavanke mountain range, fly along the upper Sava valley, and then cross the border with Austria. There is actually 3 borders with Austria, Italy and Slovenia. And then we have 2 options, southern and northern option. I chose southern option, so through Scenic Alps. I could also choose northern option, so on the ridges along Gailtal, on the northern side of the Gailtal towards west. So there are some really nice thermals in the Scenic Alps near Nasfeld ski resort, where I gained necessary altitude to cross the valley, to cross Gailtal to the mountains along northern side of the Gailtal. And flew across Lienzer Dolomiten, so Lienz Dolomites, south from Lienz, and here we are already in the Obertiljach area, entering the Dolomites. My altitude here is around 3,000 meters, a bit more, between 3,000 and 3,500 meters. And view towards Dolomites shows that there's not many clouds in the direction that I plan to fly. I plan to fly to Corvara, the westernmost turn point for this triangle. We also call it panoramic triangle because it's so beautiful. As you can see, magnificent Dolomites and the area around Toblach, Dobbiaco in Italian. It's all a borderline between Austria and Italy. It's so beautiful. I had to take a decision here, so to turn back to the east or to continue my flight in the blue thermals to the Dolomites. I decided for the latter and continued my flight to the Dolomites, so to in the southwestern direction. already see Trecime, Draiținen, Three Sisters, one of the most famous landmarks of the Dolomites region. Beautiful mountains packed with snow. This flight was actually done on 31st of May, and here we go, up close and personal. Trecime, Draiținen, a beautiful thermal right there. Here I'm already on my way back from the attempt in reaching the second turn point. Didn't work out, so I had to turn back earlier. I lost around 1,000 meters of altitude and got myself back to the thermal where I was thermaling before. It was interesting because all of that snow, the thermals were quite frequently just above the valley, not above the slopes. It was really tricky part of my flight here, and I was very slow towards this first turn point. I managed to recover nicely, so I gained more than 1,000 meters and got myself to the altitude of around 4,000 meters and continued my flight. It was all blue, as you can see, and here we met with Boris, my club buddy, in his Cirrus. Boris is a great pilot, very experienced. And we continued together to the northernmost turn point. So we are back to Austria. So we flew across Toblach. And Cillian, so some nice thermals in this area. And amazing views. It didn't go actually without challenges. On our way north from Lienz to the Malnitz area, so just southeast from the Mölltal glacier, we struggled a bit to find a good thermal that would allow us to cross the chain, the mountain chain, the Hohe Tauern mountain range. But once we found it, we are really happy because the weather on the other side of the Hohe Tauern mountain range looked really promising. Here are some looks from the safe height. Snow-packed slopes, really convenient for ski touring and of course for flying as well. This area is really beautiful. of Gastein, so in Gastein region. We already see the Dachstein mountains in front of me. Cloud base dropped a bit here. It was around 2,900 meters above sea level, but the clouds were really nice with dark cloud bases, strong thermals. It was awesome. Here I'm turning back. You can see Schladming ski resort right in front of me. So northernmost turn point successfully reached. Now back south. Some really nice thermals here, really beautiful. It was a pure pleasure to fly here. High Tauern, so you can see mountain range, my altitude. View to the west and view to the east with Obertauern ski resort right there. And look at those clouds to the east, amazing. It was also very nice towards south. So we were trying to find best lines to gain some speed.
Res je.
Ko gledam ta vreme, vprašanje, če se mi da velik trikotnik narediti. Pojkle gori.
We also passed Mautendorf. Mautendorf is a beautiful airfield, one of the highest lying airfields in the Alps. And between Mautendorf and Kachberg, we can see Kachberg right there. It's also a ski resort. We found some nice thermals.
Sem bil večkrat, ampak ni tako dober zmerom.
Here is Milchstattersee near Villach in Austria. And we were just reaching Dobrach mountain, which we usually use to gain some altitude for crossing the Gailtal, the Gail Valley, on our way back to Slovenia and to Karavanke mountain range. Usually around 2,300 meters QNH would be sufficient to cross the valley nicely and comfortably. So here I am back home, Kranjska Gora and Karavanke mountain range with spread out clouds, as you can see. So clouds were not so beautiful as they were before, but still they produced some impressive thermals. On my way to the easternmost turn point, so the third turn point, I crossed Krvavec ski resort just in front of me, and I really counted that this beautiful cloud would produce some nice thermal, but it didn't happen. It didn't happen, so I had to keep on flying. Altitude was around 2,000 meters, a bit more. And I really counted on the next cloud, which is spotted above Velika Planina plateau. And it worked. It worked. Velika Planina is a beautiful plateau, not far from Ljubljana, so it's well worth visiting. You can also see Brnik Airport down there, It's our international airport where you will land if you plan to visit Slovenia. Here we go, the third turn point that was successfully reached. And I turn back to the west to Leste airfield. Just a few more turns where I started my flight that day and turning into final for runway 14 at Leste airfield.
V redu, Bravo 5 sprejeto, javi se v šolskem krogu.
Tanja, preslišal sem, koliko visok je Bravo 5? Bravo 5, južna zona 400. Ok, hvala.
And landed right next to Boris and his Cirrus. And we both completed 500 kilometers FAI triangle on that day. Thanks for watching. Subscribe or click like if you want to see some more content like this. Cheers.